What is the unity? What are we uniting about? Are we uniting about tribes or kingpins or issues? Or is it just one term?
To be honest, I'm seeing tribal unity. I'm not seeing issue-based unity.
Correct.
That, and I will say the truth.
Because we can unite on the basis of removing Ruto. But we are removing Ruto is but a symptom. Then what? For the same things to continue. Is that what you want? More conmen. Is that what you want?
Because I think regional balance. Natembea tulete Waluya, Matiang'i tulete Wakisii, Rigijeni Matakaro tulete Wakikuyu.
So how it works is this.
Yes, sir.
Every election has a question. What is the question of this election? What is the issue? What are you and I suffering? Maybe you are not. But what are people suffering?
No, you and I might be generally want an economic.
Why am I one term? Why would I be one term?
Why you one
Not
term?
because I don't like William personally or something.
You said you can't listen to him.
Yeah, because he's a liar.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, and a perpetual, habitual, pathological liar. So why would you take anything that he tells you? Do you listen to habitual, perpetual, pathological liars? Do you?
I don't listen to my ex.
Okay, there you go. You have described that then. Okay, that's the problem. How can you still listen to this man? Right? Mm-hmm. Now, I am saying that we have a problem. When I go around, people tell me the biggest problem they have is not tribalism.
No, it's not.
We are not at war with each other.
Kenyans are not.
We have peace.
Kenyans are not. Yes, we do actually.
It's not religion. Is it religion?
Mm-mm.
Is it terrorism?
Mm-mm.
Is it insecurity?
No. Well, a little bit of Nairobi, but no.
But why is there insecurity?
Lack of money.
Right. That's what I hear everyone saying. Lack of
money.
Right. So if you're not hearing the answer to your lack of money, then you're entering the same problem. The same problem.
But wakikuita mkae pamoja muangalie.
No.
Now if you receive a phone call.
I will tell you, no. I had received a call. Do you see me there? No. Why? Because we are not talking about wananchi. We are busy talking about ourselves. Yeah, I want us to unite on the issues of the people. And the issues of the people are beyond one term. One term is a reality. He was cancelled last year by Gen Z. It is now a question of what happens after that. What are Kenyans expecting after that? Even Ruto attempted by saying, after Hustler and Ingia, I'm going to give you bottom up. And then you couldn't explain what bottom up was.
How to start your own DTF printing business. Today, I will show you everything you need and how
bottom up was. What are Kenyans expecting in a new government? Because I can tell you, Daktari, if it's the same thing that continues, now people will say, forget about elections. Forget about these systems. Let's just have a war here. And we cannot, yes. Because, my friend, the problems are very deep. I talk to a lot of people. I've been a lot of places. All right? People are depressed. There are so many mental cases because of this thing called the economy. Young people are coming out and there's no hope. The economic promise was stolen a long time ago. We have major issues here. And most of it caused because of lack of money. People are dying of the smallest things just because of lack of money. Smallest ailments. My friend, no. We have 60 million people. All right? If one is not focused on true and absolute economic revolution for them and change for them, there's nothing here. Somebody can sit tomorrow under that united thing you're talking about. 3 months, you'll be on the streets yourself, Daktari. You 3 months. When you go to the ballot, I advise Kenyans, and I really advise Kenyans because today they have started the exercise of registration to really take chorus. Last time I know 4 million Kenyans did not take votes. And you must imagine 7 million, 8 million almost did not vote. All right? We would love to see a register of about 30 million Kenyans. And we hope this time we have 75, 80, 90% turnout. All right? When you go to that ballot, you're putting an X to somebody who's answering the question
To your why.
to your why, to your life, beyond that election. One term is just that election. Then what? Must answer beyond. This thing of unity, Daktari, before you go on, this thing of unity, people must understand also, the Constitution is also fairly clear about unity. All right? Says you go out there. If somebody does not attain 50 plus 1, the top 2 go to the next election. It is called runoff. So the Constitution unifies us anyway. Why are we afraid of a runoff? If that's what it takes. We are going to be unified, one way or another. But let us be unified about issues that are affecting us in this election. And we know the issue. If that answer is not on that ballot, don't vote. Wachana nayo. If it is, vote correctly.
When Rigathi Gachagua was impeached, it seemed like it was a huge blow to the government. But the truth of the matter is that Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment was a huge blow to the Ruto Must Go movement. Because if there is someone who has actively brought down the Ruto Must Go movement, the movement against bad governance, someone who has consistently weakened the movement, it is Rigathi Gachagua. He is the weak link. He is the reason people cannot unite. One-term politics ni siasa duni. One-term politics is not a fight against bad governance. One-term politics is revenge politics. It is politics of getting back at government because he was impeached. Rigathi Gachagua does not stand for good governance. He is not an anti-corruption person. He is not anti-tribal. There is nothing about one-term politics that make him more superior to the current regime. Ruto Must Go movement was about bad governance, poor service delivery, corruption, a lack of accountability from government. Since Rigathi was impeached, the whole Ruto Must Go movement was silenced and it was taken over by one-term dynamics that are not backed by anything tangible. Like if you ask one-term people, what is it that what are they agitating for? Other than the fact that they are fighting because Rigathi was impeached, what else are they fighting? Wataje kitu moja tu hivi. Because what I remember about Ruto Must Go, there was a list of things in every sector: education, health, mining, joblessness, and job creation, factories, industries. There was something, farming, food production. All the ministers and the CSs were being scrutinized. MPs, senators, everyone was being scrutinized. That is what Ruto Must Go was about. And Ruto Must Go was not even about Ruto as the individual, like Ruto the system. Like Ruto as a system and what he represents. That is what people were fighting. Now suddenly, there is one term, and the preoccupation with one term is that Rigathi was done wrong. Na adwaitu. Kwanza hiyo term, I really despise. Adwaitu ne kuga atia. Are you billionaires like him? Mkienda hapo kuitwa adwaitu. Are you a billionaire like him? Have you ever had access to public coffers? Ni uko hapo ukisema adwaitu, uko hapo ukiitwa hivyo. Saa hii ukiuliza mtu, what exactly is one term fighting against? And the person all of you are following blindly. Akona case kotini, aruhusiwe avae. The other question I want to ask, is being impeached the worst thing that can happen to anybody? There are people who have died fighting against this government. People who lost their lives. Can you imagine people who lost their lives And then you want to center the entire liberation movement and all the politics around a person who was impeached, who is alive and well, who is a billionaire, who can fly in and out of the country anytime he wants, who can sponsor goons against his opponents. That is the person now you want us to follow and abandon everything we were agitating for, even holding the government accountable, demanding for service delivery, demanding for our taxes to work. We want us to abandon all that and follow one-term politics, siasa duni. At this point, I'll have to say that Rigathi Gachagua hubamba mafala.
Gachagua is not our savior. Is akwende huko tu. Acha wakwende tu huko pamoja na Ruto. Because these are one and the same thing. You see, the game that Ruto started playing back then after the handshake ya Uhuru and Raila is just the same thing that Gachagua is doing. Mkaimba sipangwingwi, mkaimba, you defended the government. Na sahi ni nyinyi mnasema one term. If you make the mistake of following Gachagua, then there is nothing that you are doing for this country. Because Gachagua is not an option. He is not an option. Hakuna kitu alifanya vile alikuwa kwa government. You tell me. Mimi kama he is an option for you, come and tell me why. What did he do? Kama angepewa ile share yenye yeye alikuwa anataka, angefanyia watu nini? What exactly could they have done? What exactly? You see, Kikuyus, just leave this tribalistic thing alone. I know Gema for Gema, I know we want to be together, lakini Gachagua is not an option. He's not an option. To me, he's not an option. And to many other people who I know can't do a video like this to say he's not an option. But he's not an option. Gachagua is not. He's not the savior. Just forget about it. Hiyo post ya kusema Gachagua ni hypocrite, kuna watu me upset. Lakini, the thing is, it's so easy to get entangled. Even if yeye ni a means ya kutoa mtu, ya kutoa one term, it's just the same game that was played by Ruto. Back then, sijui kama unaelewa, the same sympathy votes that mlipatia Ruto kwa sababu sijui Uhuru amefanya. And you know, at that time, kila mtu alikuwa anaona Uhuru ni mbaya. So Ruto was the best person kumreplace. So hata kama Ruto angekuja aimbe apatie mtu mwingine that chance you could have given him. Hiyo tu ni the same thing yenye inaendelea sai. So it's so easy to get entangled. You understand? That's why I've said that post is for intellectuals only. A person who can think and understand what I'm saying. I haven't said that Gachagua will vie or something. But what I want to say, even the candidates that he brings to us, we don't vote for that candidate because Gachagua has brought that candidate. Unaona? We vote for people wenye tunaona wako sawa, not people wenye tunakuwa fronted by wale watu wenye wanakuwa fronted by politicians. Sijui kama unaelewa. So, there is no difference between Gachagua and Ruto. Because even if we give Gachagua these votes, he'll still do the same thing that he did. Because at the end of the day, he was there. You know, he had the chance to lobby for Watu wa Nyeri when he was there. Let me start there. You want us to be tribal? Fine. He had the chance to lobby for Watu wa Nyeri. At least Kibaki alikuwa ametengeneza udhaya nini. But he never did anything for his people. Because he was busy mouthing and saying ati kuna empty coffers. Then yenye walikuwa wanagawana ni gani na walisema serikali haina pesa. I don't know if you are understanding. You have to think and think broadly. Not just thinking for the sake of thinking. Wewe. Shit.
Nunca la ves, toaster.